Well, hello everybody, Status Boys and Status Girl family. This is Corey, and I'm hoping that you are experiencing the ultimate you. So glad to be able to bring to you another discussion session. I wrote before and told you that I'd be writing about reflecting on my kind of personal journey and how spiritually I've grown, and hoping that you'll find some places in my story to stake a claim and say I identify with that. So anyway, I wanted to bring that to you today. First of all, let me say that I am coming off of the heels of my first ever Lucky Charms, the good Lucky Charms Kiki ball. My first ever ball and first ever event with Status Boys and Status Girls. And let me tell you, it was phenomenal. I was fascinated. I found my mouth on the floor so many times just to see the sheer talent, the raw talent, and the beauty and the grace of the young men and the women who were in that room. It was absolutely everything and more that I could have ever expected. So hats off to the Status Boys and Status Girls Council for pulling that off. Hats off to all those who attended, and to you, Miss Aaliyah. Very well done. So anyway, I want to talk today, and my topic is glove your neighbor as you glove yourself. Come on, turn to your neighbor and say, glove your neighbor. So it's essentially kind of taken out of this scripture in the Bible, and you've probably actually heard it yourself. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. I wanted to talk about that because I think it is one of the truths that I've hung my life on. Because of this, listen to it. Love your neighbor, or love others as you love yourself. And so what I've realized in life is that people who have an inability to love others probably have an inability to love themselves. And so it really does begin with your ability to appreciate, respect, and admire yourself. And I don't think that that's braggadocious. I don't think it's big-headed. I don't think it's arrogant, because I'm just only reflecting the energy that I already have received. And if I have received that, then I can give it away. But people who have not received it themselves absolutely cannot give it to others. And so a lot of times we're annoyed by people who seem to be rude and disrespectful and unloving and uncaring, unfeeling, and we think it's about us, but it's not about us, actually. It's about the way that they see their own selves. And it also leads into this idea of what? Gloves, condoms, right? Can you imagine? I'm going to connect these two, but I'm going to show you that I think Jesus, he did not commend condoms. Let me slow down. Let me build my case with you. So let's just talk about this. I think loving yourself is a really critical issue. And the opposite, I think, of loving yourself is not hating yourself. It is rejecting yourself. It is rejecting your identity. It is rejecting the parts of you that are important, that are of value, that are beautiful and fragile and vulnerable and flawed and flawless. All of those things that when we accept them, that is the essence of love, and embracing and celebrating that. Love is such this hugely amorphous word we use when we talk about a cheeseburger we like. We talk about it when we talk about our favorite artist. We talk about it with a pair of shoes. And then we talk about it when we talk about loving someone deeply. So what is that really all about? So if you remember, I don't know if you ever heard it, been to a wedding and you've heard this. It says love is patient, love is kind. So now I'm giving you a checklist to figure out what's love and what's not. What's love got to do with it? Patient, kind, does not envy, does not boast, is not proud, does not dishonor others. It's not self-seeking. It's not easily angered. Love keeps no record of wrong. Love does not delight in evil or someone else's failure or downfall, but rejoices with truth. This is where I would say, the writers of this might have been onto a little contemporary topic. Love always protects. So do condoms. Love always protects. Love always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. And that trust piece right there is not just a matter of being naive or aware that humans are flawed. Like, we fail sometimes. And so my trust in you and my decision to use a condom is not because I don't trust you. It's actually because I do trust what we have so strongly that I'm going to invest in making sure that it stays alive, right? So there's a checklist about love. Sometimes what you're doing in the bedroom ain't really about love. Sometimes it's a one-night smash, right? So I'm not suggesting that you need to carry the connotation of this person loves me. What you need to carry is that I love myself in this moment, right? And because I love myself in this moment, I am able to also demonstrate that love towards somebody else. Even if you're not the love of my life, I can still manage to do that. It's important that this love extends, the love that I have for myself extends to protecting others. And using barriers of protection like a condom, they were also talking about requiring that the person that we're with also does the same thing. That we offer that protection to them, and they also offer that protection to us. Why? Because we're worthy of love. The decisions that we make, we cannot be side sweep talk out of it, right? I've made a decision that I'm going to love myself. And as a byproduct of me loving myself, guess what, babe? You benefit too. Accept you. Accept the life and the possibilities and the opportunities, and don't do anything that would cut it short. And not even for what we feel like might give us more than we actually already have. There is nothing that's greater than how you view yourself. And then how you view yourself will communicate, and that energy will jump off on other people, and they'll also give back to you what you already know you are, you have, you possess. It's really true that people will treat you how you teach them to treat you. You know what I'm saying? This is my plea to you, Status Fam, that you'll think about this. You'll not only love your neighbor as you love yourself, keep loving yourself, but you'll glove them and glove yourself. Thanks for this time, y'all. Be easy. One more thing. You gotta use the glove properly, right? I don't want to just assume that everybody knows how to use a condom correctly. So I'm gonna insert a video. We'll just get reminded about how to glove ourselves to make sure that we are protecting our life and protecting the life of others. So check it out.
Use a new condom every time you have sex, from start to finish. Open the package carefully. Squeeze the tip and unroll it all the way down before you start. With latex condoms, consider using lubricants like KY Jelly or Aqua Glide. But don't use products like body lotions, oils, or Vaseline. Afterwards, remove the condom carefully. And to avoid spilling, hold the rim and remove the condom while still erect. Take a bow. You deserve it. Remember, condoms should be used consistently and correctly to prevent STDs, HIV, and pregnancy. So make sure you always come prepared.